What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you a little bit something. I decided to build a Yugo that's gonna be, I don't know, 400 or 500 horsepower. I've spent a lot of time reinforcing this thing, roll cage, you name it, engine bay, all got it. And just more reinforcing all over the place, just to be able to handle the engine that I want to put in, because these cars are so weak and they had tendency to break under the original 65 horsepower engine, and that was the biggest engine that came in these 1.3. This one is being fuel injection. These are kind of rare. But anyways, so I decided to do a Honda swap. B18C1. Got everything fitted in there, just test fitting, didn't make any motor mounts and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go with the K-swap. So I bought the K-swap. I bought the complete 2006 Honda Civic SI. K20 Z3, 6-speed transmission. Bought that from Copart. I've never brought the engine back home to see if it will fit, but measurements I did, it should fit. I was about to go pick it up, then one day I'm driving my semi truck on the way from Chicago, and I'm thinking, why are you being a dumbass? You practically grew up from 2000 when I was 18 years old with Mitsubishis. I mean, there was a sign the whole time. And why not use something you've built? So many of them. I even worked for Mitsubishi for a long time, right out of my auto tech school. And I have so many Mitsubishi parts. I still own 3000 GT VR4, and I own a Galant VR4. And I have so many 4G63s around. I have transmissions, I have DSM links, which is a tuning computer just like a K-Pro for a Hondas. I have injectors, I have turbos, I have manifolds. I literally have all kinds of parts, injectors, you name it. Why not put 4G63 engine in a Yugo? So the other day I went to pick up my stroker that I built years ago. So it's a 2-liter 4G63 6-bolt with a 2.4 liter crankshaft from a Mitsubishi minivan, and then I got Visco pistons, Yugo rods, ACL bearings, BC springs and retainers. I do have to pull the head off and take it to a machine shop, because I made a huge mistake when the engine was on the car a long time ago. I wanted to plug this EGR port, and the thing was, I literally never, when I was grinding it off, I caught just a little bit of intake runner, and the gasket will never seal right. You'll have all kinds of leaks, boost leaks, whatnot. So I have to pull the head off, take it to machine shop, and have them skim it, and skim the bottom as well, even though it's got the Cometic head gasket. I'm gonna skim it again. It's got the ARP studs, it's got the whole shenanigans, all new OEM tensioners, timing belt, water pump, you name it. So I'm gonna see if this engine fits in this car. According to my measurements, it should fit. There's gonna be some grinding and whatnot. That's why I didn't want to finish this engine bay, closing all this up, just because I want to make sure that engine fits in there nicely. So now I'm gonna see if this thing fits. I pulled off my all-wheel drive transmission, which I have 3 of them, and I only have one first generation DSM 9D, the 94 Eclipse front-wheel drive transmission. I'm gonna put it as a front-wheel drive right now. Later on, I do want to swap, make it an all-wheel drive. believe it or not. Right now, I don't have much time. I'm supposed to race a Canadian guy next year. He's building a Yugo as well with some kind of Toyota engine, and I have to put this together to race him. After that, I do want to convert this car into an all-wheel drive, which is a lot of work. This car being a front-wheel drive, and I want to put a differential in the back, drive shaft. I did go to the junkyard the other day and pulled the shifting cables that I need for this transmission from a 91 Eclipse that was down there, non-turbo, but they share the same body style. Transmission will bolt, but it's weaker. Pretty much same engine, except they don't have the non-turbo engine doesn't have oil injectors or squirters, whatever you call it, and forged pistons are not there, so but they'll fit. So my stroker 2.3 that I built long time ago, and it was in my Galant VR4 that I sold to my buddy. I had to go pick it up, and now it's a moment of truth and see how this will fit. And once all that's motor mounts are situated, I do want to pull that transmission apart and see. I got that for free from a buddy of mine. They used to have a first gen Eclipse. I think he said it grinds in the second gear like most of these Mitsubishi transmissions. Problem is finding parts for these transmissions, and these are known to break after 350 horsepower. Some people got lucky, but I want to see what I can do. I'll try to find one more as a spare. I do have 3 all-wheel drive transmissions, it's OEM original from my Galants, but yeah, let's see what happens if that thing will fit. My calculations are not wrong, it should fit, but you never know. I think this will fit. Wow. This will be a nice, perfect fit. One thing here about these cars, it's this steering rack, and I don't want to mess with that at the moment, so I'm going to leave it, just space it a little bit, move the engine and transmission just a little bit away from that. That back side of a transmission needs to drop down actually, so the engine is a little bit leveled. But yeah, I think I have all kinds of room. That's why I left this original sway bar to measure with my transmission. The all-wheel drive transmission is way bigger in this area, and it wasn't clearing this sway bar. I want to keep it stock. I think this will work. I honestly think it will. Intake manifold goes over. I will probably have to modify this pipe right here because of my water pump pulleys and whatnot. Motor mount right here, 1. Motor mount right there, 2, 3, and 4 on the front. I think this actually will work. Yeah, it's pretty close to that that, steering rack, rack and pinion, whatever. But I'm excited. I am very excited. A lot of people think it's easy swapping engines in these cars. You don't have this much room. You have to cut up a lot, and then you have to reinforce the heck out of it. Otherwise, the whole car would just fall apart. I probably have to go down more. The reason why, because my hood will hit. So I'm gonna lower it just a little bit more and see the clearance. Yeah, that's probably good. I have to put the valve cover back on and bring my hood, but I think this actually should clear. I got all kinds of room here. Yep, that one pipe I was telling you about, but that's easy fix, no biggie. And now I gotta see and test that sway bar. I gotta tie this up just a little bit so it doesn't move on me, just like that. And the sway bar is pretty dang close. It's pretty dang close to my transmission. So I gotta make sure that that does not hit. My braking system, I'll probably have to run it without the booster that came there. Just but other than that, we should be good. Alternator, I'll have to move my alternator back on the front where it used to be. Everything else, I'm not gonna have a room for a front mount intercooler, but I'm gonna run what is it called, air to water, water to air, something like that, and I'll put it right in here so I have all kinds of room here. But yeah, this is good news. Yeah, there's not much room here, so I gotta make sure I am not hitting my sway bar. Otherwise this is gonna suck, because I don't want to redo the suspension part. I'm just putting better control arms and whatnot. And yeah, should have enough room for exhaust manifold, turbo underneath. Exhaust goes underneath the car. And I should be able, yep, I have room to actually put underneath the car a brace right there, from there to the front, right underneath this oil pan that's going to be removable. So yeah, good news. All right, I gotta start modifying motor mounts and custom brackets and whatnot. Good news. I'm excited about this. Alright guys, this is it for this video. I'm glad it fits from now on. Just a lot of customization and fabrication and whatnot. Peace out until next time.